Early one morning the sun was shining. I was laying in bed, wondering if she'd changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks, they said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress, and Papa's banquet wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading out for the East Coast. Lord knows I paid some dues getting through. Tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could, abandoning it out west. Split up on a dark, sad night, both agreeing it was best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. Heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great Northwoods, working as a cook for a spell, but I never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where lucky was to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacroix. But all the while wasn't known, the past was close behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face and the spotlight so clear. Later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there in the back of my chair, saying, "Excuse me, don't I know your name?" I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines on my face. I must admit, I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in blue. She lit the burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello. She said, "You look like the silent type." And then she opened up a book of poems, handed it to me. They was written by an Italian poet from the 13th century, and every one of them words rang true and glowed like burning coals. They were pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul, from me to you. Tangled up in blue. I lived down on Montague Street. There was a basement downstairs. There was music in the cafes at night, and revolution in the air. He started into dealing with slaves, and something inside of him died. She had to sell everything she owned and just froze up inside. And when finally the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. tangled up in blue. So now I'm going back again. I got to get to her somehow. All the people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. Don't know how it all got started, I don't know what they're doing with their lives. But me, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. We always did feel the same, we just started from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue.